It's clear that if Republicans keep leaving popular social issue fights on the sidelines, the long-awaited red tsunami is never going to materialize. So why is the GOP establishment so determined to keep out of the culture wars? ? From the voters' perspective, it seems like a baffling betrayal. Why would you sabotage yourself like that? Why would you run away from what you believe in? What do you think about this so far?
Yeah, like you said, we talked about it last night, and you got to follow what works. Obviously, the Romney thing, it didn't work, because if all anybody was concerned about was economics, then it would have worked. But as we see, because as been pointed out, and you said, who's leading this fight? And when you asked that question and you started reading, I was thinking, well, who stands out to me? I would say Ron DeSantis does. He's I would say he's the template, because he goes after everything. He goes after this transgender nonsense. He goes after the CRT nonsense. He goes after everything, social and political. And he does it with such ease. It's an amazing thing to watch that he can just jump from thing to thing and boom, you got a question on that, and he knocks you down. Especially, as I'm referring to like a liberal reporter trying to play gotcha with him. You know what I mean? So I think that's if you're looking for a template on somebody, success. Success leaves clues. That's the phrase, right? Donald Trump, Ron DeSantis, they've had success. They're leaving clues for you other guys and girls. Follow. It's that simple. That's the stuff that connects people. Hey, you got kids, I got kids. We both want best for our kids, right? Oh, you got problems with money, I got problems with money. We all want better economic decisions, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, just keeping it on that ground level is, because once you start going into, we have to talk about policies in Ukraine. Nobody cares about Ukraine. They care about what's happening to them.
Well, that may be true, but we can also, like I said last night multiple times, we should be able to walk and chew gum at the same time.
I can't. I'll fall on my face.
Well, maybe you can. I can't. But but these leaders should. People who are running for office should be able to. Speaking of Ron DeSantis, he was out in front of a camera again today, or yesterday, whenever this was. But there's never a shortage of finding Ron DeSantis taking on these kind of issues. Cut one, G, roll that.
You hear all this stuff. I mean, I hear a lot of people chirping about Florida from like California. They're so worried about Florida. They can't even keep the power on in California. I mean, are you kidding me? Someone told me that they will be able, once all the people that want to move to Florida move out of there, then maybe they'll have adequate power. But I mean, it's just ridiculous. And so, we've been able to do that. Part of it, though, is just, we stood for people's rights. We stood for people's freedoms. And obviously the state has done very well. We have more people employed in Florida than we did prior to COVID.
Yeah. Boom. Home run.
Yep. Look at what he did with girls' sports in Florida, too. Right. Speaking of the social issues.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this year, what we've seen. Matt Walsh's What is a Woman? The Supreme Court Justice not being able to define it. Think about the social issues. Think about the playbook we've seen played out that Republicans should be latching onto. Think about parents and CRT, what happened in Virginia. Think about Netflix and all these places that have all tanked because they're putting on these shows, he's pregnant and all this nonsense.
Right.